This episode was brought to you by the number 42. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is John Fillmore and welcome to another episode of the Pokemon Analyst. Alright. Man, I am tired. But we shall get through it. We are men. So this year, what am I talking about? This week, there we go. It's a little less. This week, we have been working on a Hail team, or at least a sort of a hybrid Hail team, right? That has actually been, interesting. Definitely something that I learned is that it's hard to actually make a Hail team only based on Hail. Like, last time we worked on Rainy Day. For that, we did Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows, and then Sandstorm. These things usually, I mean, not always, of course. I mean, there are a couple of things in there that need some tweaking and need some build up, right? It has to do with move coverage and type coverage, all that fun stuff. But most of these things are basically built around just one weather condition, or at least just one thing, right? And then we came in with this, just the hybrid between Hail and Snow, because Hail, again, it doesn't really do much. Compared with the other weather conditions, it doesn't do much. So I made it a combination between Suicune and Articuno, and then I made it a Hail Rain team, as you guys have probably noticed. So now we are actually going to have just a bit of fun. I have a couple of things in mind, first of which is Name My Pokemon! Yep, we are going to be naming more Pokemon. So, actually, this time we're going to be naming two teams, right? So, first things first, Suicune. It is, if I'm correct, the Aurora Pokemon, Aurora, you think of Aurora Borealis. Now, Aurora would have been a good name, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people call their Suicune Aurora, but you know what? I called it Borealis. I'm not quite sure how that's spelled, but this'll work, right? Then we have the Whirlwind, and that's the Articuno, of course. It has the Blizzard and the Hurricane. Well, if that doesn't cause, some confusion or chaos on the battlefield, then, I don't know what does. Maybe a Sandstorm or something. And talking about Sandstorm, we called... Oh, wrong one. There we go. Back. We called our Tyranitar, we called him Maelstrom because, it used the Sandstream ability and set up a chaos on the battlefield. But, Maelstrom was already taken, so I looked up some synonyms, and Whirlwind came up. So I thought, yeah, okay, Whirlwind, that's a good, that is a good Pokemon nickname to have for my Articuno, and especially since it's a flying type, it works quite well. Then we have Pickpocket. Now, we do actually have another Weavile. Where are you? There you are. And his name is Dastan. But I thought this, this is a different Pokemon. Has different build. It has a different ability, which is one of the most important things. So it's different, right? And that's why I called it Pickpocket. I might change some things around, and then it will become the same Pokemon as Dastan. But, I don't know, we'll see what happens, right? So, for now, we call it Pickpocket because it has the ability Pickpocket. And, for a black, dark type that's rather fast, it works quite well. Okay, so now we have the King's Sword. Now, I have an Aegislash built exactly like this. I'm pretty sure it's also female, level 100, and if I'm correct, it also has perfect EVs. And, EVs, you can't have perfect EVs, but it has perfect IVs. There we go, perfect IVs. So, this is the Aegislash that I have, and I called it King's Sword, right? Because it has the ability King's Shield, and it is a physical type with the move Sacred Sword. So, you know what, it works. Then we have Fury, old news, and then we got Phoenix. It's a fire chicken thing. Phoenix works. Yeah, I know, it's a little overused, but it works. So we'll use that, right? And that is then the team that we made with the snow in mind. now let's go to the Eevee team. Here we go. Okay, so I didn't name them yet, but you'll see what I mean. Let's see. Okay, so how I'm gonna do this is pretty straightforward, right? So Vaporeon, I'm just gonna call... Oh, wrong button. I'm just gonna call Vapor. For Jolteon, I'm just gonna call him Jolt. For Umbreon, I'm actually gonna call him Umbra, because Umbra, if I'm correct, is the Latin word for shadow or something like that, right? So that's where Umbreon comes from. Flareon, well, that comes from Flare. Espeon, that's a little weirder, but it comes from extrasensory perception, which is, you know, ESP, so that's where they got the ESP from. So I'm gonna call this guy extrasensory. Sensory. For sure I got it there. Nah, you know what? No. Percy. There we go. I'm gonna call it Percy. Why? Because ESP you can't really make anything out of. I'm not gonna call it ESP. You know, perception, you get to Percy. So, Percy it is. That does mean it has to be a male, but oh well. And then we got the Sylveon, which comes apparently from the word sylph, which has to do with, like, invisible creatures, that, like, fairy things like that. So it has to do with fairies. So I'm just gonna call it Sylph. There we go. Yeah, okay. Technically it's with an I, but I'll just call it with a Y in there. So we'll just do it that way, right? So that's kind of the team that we have, and don't worry about this team. That was just kind of one of my friends doing some conceptual things with with Pokemon. Sorry, the thing disconnected me from the server, so I needed to reconnect. So you got this little pop-up here, which is unfortunate, but oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so I could actually, you know, do a battle with Sandstorm, Sunshine, Rain, and Snow, but I'd rather not, because then it would take forever. Let's not do that, right? So I'm just gonna do one with Robert's team. Why? Well, it's I guess a mix of elements, right? And in a way that kind of represents what we've been doing for the past few weeks, right? So I think it's also kind of a cute idea. It's no Mega in there, and it's an interesting team that you don't see very often, but it can do quite a lot of damage. So we are going to do that, and we'll see what happens, right? So I'm gonna go look for my first battle, probably the only one for today, and I'll see you then. All right? Be right back. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so, the Thundurus. Yes, the Kelder. Ooh. Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime's actually becoming more and more popular. Which is scary, because the thing is scary. I mean, just look at it. Okay, so you got the Milotic. Well, I don't have anything with Intimidate, so that shouldn't be a problem. I got the Greninja, which this guy should be able to take care of. And you got... this guy. I'm guessing this... I mean, this guy might actually be a Mega Y, but it also might be a Mega X. Mega Y is much more common, but Mega X... I don't know, it's not a typical Sun team. So, I don't know. We'll go with the Jolteon, and we'll go with the... we'll go with Umbreon? Yeah, because I don't want to send out Vaporeon. We will go with the... Let me see. What works well? If I can Will-O-Wisp this Conkeldurr, that'll help a lot. However, I can also work with this guy. Yeah, okay, I'll put this guy in there. And as last... Ooh dear. Flareon. Alright, here we go. Okay, so... this guy... yeah, okay, so he has 200 speed. He knows this. Prankster, or Defiant. He has Taunt. Thunder Wave won't do anything. He's probably going to switch this Greninja around, if I'm correct, that is. And there's only one way to find out. I'm going to Thunderbolt him. I'm going to use Confuse. Actually, no, he actually might use the Taunt against me, which wouldn't be good. So I'm going to go with a Foul Play on this Thundurus. Okay, so he protected. I'm not quite sure what he's going to be doing. Okay, so he used the Paralysis. Doesn't do anything. Foul Play. Alright, so that was a smart move. Now he can... well, now he doesn't actually have the Water type disability, so now he's just a normal type. And whatever he switches to next will be interesting. I am not quite sure, though, what it's going to be. It could be a physical, it could be a special. Well, let's see. This is a special, this is a physical, this is a special, this is a special. This is a special. It'd be... I think it's actually going to be a physical, which would mean that he's probably going to go for... I don't know, actually. I don't know what he's going to go for. But that probably means that I can use a Fake Out, or a... Fake Out. No. A, Foul Play on this guy. So I'm going to Foul Play that Greninja. Okay, resisted, but oh well. Well, it's a Citrus Berry activated. Gunk Shot. Yeah, see? Haha. Alright. I like that. I was able to actually determine if it was a physical or a special or not. Well, I mean, most of these are special anyway, so it was kind of unlikely that this Greninja was going to be a special. Okay, so let's use a Thunderbolt. Well, he's a poison type. Alright, so Thunderbolt on this guy. Well, Foul Play one more time on this Thundurus. There he goes. He's dead. Here comes another Thunderbolt. Here comes a Foul Play. There we go. A little more leftovers. I think he's waiting for me to actually get paralyzed, and then he can hammer me with whatever he has. But I don't know. I don't think I want to let him do that. Okay, here comes the Genkelder. I think I actually may need to let one of these guys die. I'm gonna make it a little bit harder for him to kill me. I'm gonna use a Protect. Right, Thunderbolts. Okay, so he did not go for the... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, the thing is, I can't let him stay in this Umbreon. He's gonna die from the Psychic. Or the Psychic. The Psychic, the Mach Punch. What am I talking about? Psychic won't even do anything. I am, however, willing to put a Thunder Wave on it, but I don't know if I have the chance. He might actually... I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go for this Thunderbolt on this Thundurus, because it needs to die. And I'm gonna switch my Umbreon for Percy, right? Now, Percy shouldn't do all that. Yeah, okay, he's dead. Good. The Drain Punch doesn't do all that much, which is alright, because now I can actually use... Well, see, he probably has the knockoff, I'm guessing. Okay, here comes the Charizard. Now he better... Okay, so he might actually have the Mach Punch, which would be my absolute perfect time to actually use the Psy Shock against this guy. Do I have anything else? Thunderbolt, Reflect, no, Psy Shock. Okay, here comes Mega Mach Punch, yeah. Which gives me opportunity to, unless he dies. That's true. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. You want to party? Let's party. Let's party. I got the Flare Blitz, and it's heading straight for your Conkelder's face. This is going to be an interesting battle. That Conkelder is gnarly. Air Slash. What was that? Okay. That was interesting. Moonlight? I don't know. He's gonna go for another air slash, I'm assuming, so we're gonna use a foul play on this Charizard. Man alive, what just happened there? How the heck did I destroy that thing that quickly? I don't... What? I don't... What? What just... What? Well, I mean, sure, it got a 1.5 boost from the Flare Blitz. But even so, I mean... 100% of its health in one shot? Wow. Alright. I was probably gonna go for a Heat Wave, which I don't like. I'm not gonna let him. Yeah, Heat Wave. I want to make sure that the sun fades. Thank you. Alright, now we can start to do some damage. Let's use a Confuse Ray on him. Now he... Another Heat Wave. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we got confused. Good. No, hopefully... No, Paralyzed. Don't do that. Wait, how am I faster? How did I go first? Umbreon's paralyzed, he can't move. Yeah. How did that happen? Nope. Good game. Very good game. That was a nice, that was impressive too, how well my team actually held up. So, hey, it was a good battle nonetheless, right? And I'm excited for what happened, right? But anyway, I've made this episode long enough, right? So, thank you all so much for watching, because I'm going to leave it here, right? If you like this episode, then like, subscribe, share with a friend, you know, all that stuff. If you're here for the first time, then hey, welcome, I suppose. If you're here as a returning subscriber, or you just want to check out my vids, that's great too, because, you know, that means at least you're interested, and I do appreciate that, right? So, anyway, next week, we are going to be working with this team again, right? And we're going to take it, I think, a little bit slower. We're going to analyze the heck out of it, and we're just going to have some interesting times to actually see what we can deduce from our teams, and of course do some battling and whatnot. But that's all going to be in the future, and the future being next week, right? So, I hope you guys have a good weekend, right? And I wish everyone on the opposite side of the screen a very pleasant day. Goodbye!